What's up, divers? I'm finally back in Hawaii. So today we're gonna be spearfishing for the first time ever with my dad, taking drops in deep reefs of Hawaii, shooting amazing fish and having a killer time. We'll see you guys in the video. Shoots then. So you all know you need a car to get to and from the spots, go off-roading and just get to the zones. So me and my dad over this weekend, since I just got back, decided to pick up a new car. This thing came with subs, it came with a camper, it came with basically everything I need, four-wheel drive. So this is gonna be getting me to and from my spots, and I'm gonna be able to post a lot more videos. I'm gonna do a lot of overnight camping trips. So to go along with all the new upgrades I've been getting, I also decided to pick myself up a pair of brand new carbon fiber fins, which we're gonna be testing out today. It's hard to explain how excited I am to get back into the water today. I'm just hoping for maybe like an uku, moana kali, something good to cook up on the beach. Alright guys, so we're on the way to the beach right now. We're making our way over and we'll see you guys in the water. Alright everybody, this is my first drop of the day right here. So I'm down here at the bottom at about 25 feet. Just trying to warm up those lungs, get used to being in the salt water again. And just try and get calm, relaxed on the bottom. And try and maybe shoot some fish on my first drop of the day. So I'm just positioning myself on this coral ledge right here, looking around, trying to see if there's anything around. Nothing really I'm seeing that's catching my eye, so I just decided to shoot it up to the surface right here and get a good scouting dive. Boom. So this is my second drop of the day right here, right about in 50 feet of water. So I'm heading down to the bottom here. You can see there's some palanis and stuff off into the distance, but nothing really that is catching my eye again. I'm out here with my dad, who doesn't really dive that much, but he's just kind of watching over me, letting me do my thing, and I don't see too much and head up. Of course, Pops is right here on the surface to make sure I'm okay after a little scouting dive. Alright, we're on to the next drop, still getting used to being in the rhythm of diving. You can see I'm down here at the bottom. Off into the distance, you can see that little baby uku. I would be happy to pick this thing up, but that's not my first target, so I'm looking around, trying to see if there's anything. You can see I didn't fully load my gun, but the uku's coming in, so I line up onto the uku. I try to take a shot right here, didn't have enough power, and end up missing. Alright, so this is the next drop of the day, and you can see right away these ukus start coming in. They're just a little baby guys, but I mean, I need some fish, so I'd be pretty happy to shoot them. This gun, though, I just got a brand new band, and it's pretty hard for me to load it, so I can't even fully load it. Uku comes back around, try and line up a shot, end up missing, and it's unfortunate. Boom, so we back here on the bottom right away, trying to make up for these last two terrible shots. You can see off into the distance there's a bit of fish. I'm just down here on the bottom relaxed. There's some veke no-nos, but I didn't get a good breathe up on this dive, so I need to make something happen quick if I want to get these guys. I'm trying to crawl over to them, but then in my head I'm realizing I don't really have that much breath hold left to be able to shoot these guys, so I end up shooting it up to the surface. Alright, so after those struggling to shoot all those fish, I decided to switch over to the three-prong and maybe try to get some chum to bring those ukus in. So I'm down here on the bottom, line up on this 9-9, take a nice shot, and land this easy fish. First fish with the new three-prong, so I'm pretty stoked on that. Going to retrieve him and bring him up to the surface. After about 20 minutes of chumming, getting a nice breathe up, I noticed that there's some fish on the bottom, so you can see I drop my flasher, head down to the bottom. You can see all the chum chunks all around. I'm down here on the bottom. I noticed some veke no-nos and those same ukus came back around. But then when I get to the bottom down here, I'm not really seeing any of them. So I'm just trying to relax, see if anything will come in. You can see a little black fish off into the distance, but really not too much. So I decided to head up back up to the surface right here. And then on the way up to the surface, I can see the ukus right to my right. And then I notice them and I need to come back down because I need to make this happen, guys. So then I line up on this uku. They start charging back in. Just waiting for him to come in. I'm kind of low on breath right here, but he's heading over to me slowly but surely. Line up, take a shot, and get a nice little stone shot on this uku. Pretty stoked after missing my last two shots with my gun, and ended on a pretty high note. I decide to take another drop right here. Pretty stoked after stoning that uku after my aim's been pretty bad and I haven't shot any fish in months since I haven't been able to dive. But I'm down here on the bottom hoping that one of those veke nonos or maybe another uku would come in, hopefully a bigger one. And then I look off into the distance and I wasn't sure of it, but I thought I saw a big uku. Then the closer and closer it got, I realized it was a little shark. So it wasn't the big uku I was hoping for, but I still needed to get the flasher. I dropped down to the bottom, so I'm trying to swim backwards, looking over my shoulder, making sure I can see the shark and can see the flasher, but then I end up missing the flasher and head up. So after we seen that shark, we were kind of over it, so we decided to head back into the shallows and see if we could catch something on my brand new evolved 3-prong. Alright, so I wanted to go and try and check out the shallows and see if I could get some cool fish on the 3-prong. And right behind this rock over here, you can see there's a veke nono. I probably should have got my spear gun, but right when I get to the bottom, he just swims away from me. So I'm not end up able to get a shot on him, but you can see all the little cool fish and the life in the shallows, which is pretty sick. Almost more life in the shallows than there was out in the deep, which you don't see all that often. Boom, so I'm back here down on the bottom with my 3-prong waiting to shoot some fish, and you can see there's some kumus off into the distance. They are on the smaller side, but I think they might just be legal. And honestly, I really want some fish to cook up, so if these kumus present me a shot, I'm probably gonna take one. And right here you can see he gets me a shot. I'm pretty bad with the 3-prong. I'm still getting used to it, but I am able to hit him and scoop him up for dinner. Next, you can also see when I get down here to the bottom with the 3-prong, there is some Moana collies off into the distance. These are also on the smaller side again, but I think they're just legal as well. And I'm trying to get the big one right here. So I switch over my 3-prong, line it up, and end up whiffing the shot. Still getting used to this 3-prong, hoping they're going to come back around. So I'm down here on the bottom, but they don't, and I swim up again. After those 2 bad shots, I decide I probably shouldn't have a 3-prong in my hands for a little while and head in. Alright everyone, we made it back to my house. I had a successful mission with my dad. Caught some fish. It was a good day in the water. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, leave some comments down below and make sure to subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next one.